What I wouldn't give for a laser-powered fly swatter.
Welcome back to the Tiger Game Hanger. This is Mike, and I'm coming at you with the FansToys FT-12T, the Grenadier. I guess T is for toy because he has the purple chest, which is the one I kind of wanted in the first place. But I did get this to show you. You can get yours there too. I'll have a link down below. So let's take a look at this Insecticon Bombshell. Alright, let's take a look at this box. Grenadier, FT-12T. You've got the side that just says what it is. This dude drops bombs. Bombshell, Grenadier. Boom. All the writing on the back, and shall I say it again? 2021 reissue. Finally getting reissues that were made this year. Outstanding. Alright, so looking at this guy, I think he looks pretty decent. He's not my favorite of the Insecticons, but he's kind of stocky. He's kind of beefy, and especially the lower legs are kind of beefy. I think since it is an old design, if they were to redo it today, I think that it would be much slimmer and sleeker, and right in line with more of kind of how we're seeing the Tesla 2.0s, like slimmer and sleeker and kind of stuff like that. So I do love that purple paint. It is paint, and it looks great. This, I can't tell if they're doing, but it looks the same. It's bare plastic that maybe some speckling to it, and then some silver on here, or that is actually painted. So anyhow, either way, I think that it's just the bare plastic with speckling. Getting down here, that does look to be painted. It looks nice. And then there's the joints and the knees are not painted, which is smart because I really hate when paint wears off my figures. It really gets on my nerves. But looking at this on that, it looks like it's kind of cool because it feels like on the back he's got sort of heel spurs in a way. So that's kind of cool. Those are the legs in the alt mode, but that's pretty cool too. He does come with this weapon, and it's his weapon, and it's back metallized, chromed. It looks nice, and his head has this little piece on it right there. Yeah, overall he's nice looking bot. He looks great in his bot mode. Let's see what all other accessories come with this guy. You get an extra set of legs, so I take it they're real fragile, and you'll probably break them as you transform them. So, is that it, or did I completely miss the boat on what these leg pieces are for? Just looks like an extra set of legs to me. Maybe I missed that boat on what that is. You also get the clear chest, and you get some cubes. That's real nice. You can use those in your display if you like. All right, let's look at our articulation on this guy. Of course, his head's going to go back and forth and a little bit up and a little bit down. Not a whole lot. You do have up to here on his arm, down to there. So really, it's a double shoulder joint, but it doesn't give you a lot of range. And you do have the bicep swivel. You have the okay, at the bicep swivel, you have a bicep fold, and you have an elbow joint. So it looks like a double elbow, but it's a bicep bend, which is cool. You've got the hand moves, of course, and then you have what people like to call typewriter fingers and a static thumb that doesn't move. So waist swivel and a little bit of a squeak there. Now you do have knee out to there. Knee as far as the backpack lets you go. Oh, come on, this thing's in the way. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with that. No real hardware in this. It's just friction based. You do have the thigh joint, knee. It looks like a double jointed knee, but these pieces rub. These pieces here rub, which I don't think that should be a thing. It shouldn't happen. And then you've got this whole giant section here is an ankle rocker. And no real tilt that I can see out of it. But anyway, you know, it's old mold. Decent articulation for, what was it, 2014 when this came out? Something like that. So here we go with Bombshell comparisons. And we have BADCUBE, FansToys, and MMC. And out of all of them, there's the G1. And so you got to get an idea how they look. This one, I guess I need to put his gun in there. This looks pretty good. I think that they all look good. BADCUBE, again, has kind of a stockier lower leg. And this lower leg's kind of stocky also. And this one has a bit more breakup in it. So just kind of depends on what you want and how you want it. But FansToys, again, is more heavy. And then looking at the backs, cleans up better. Cleans, well, there's a lot of kibble on the FansToys one. This is kind of weird too. So just kind of depends on what you want. But FansToys does have quite a bit of kibble. And I like how BADCUBE cleaned it up the most in the back. I guess I want to show also the FansToys Silver Chest one. And I've had the Silver Chest one forever. I've been looking forward to this purple one. But is that really $100 worth of paint? Like, is the silver paint $100? Never mind. So now, I'm not reviewing this guy at all, really. But just because I have them readily available for some comparisons, I'm going to show you all three versions. So we've got BADCUBE versus FansToys versus MMC. And they all look pretty good. For this particular character, I think they all do look really good. FansToys, it is probably the best out of all of them. It has the heft and weight and stuff to it. But again, it's like, is it worth the extra $100? There's the back. And we can kind of see they all have some level of kibble. Yeah, BADCUBE cleans up the best. You could do stuff with these other ones to make them look a little bit better. But BADCUBE does clean up the best on the back on these guys. And we have the G1. And we have what Hasbro put out for the Legends. And we're going to be getting some deluxe ones coming from Hasbro pretty soon. Alright, let's get Grenadier transformed up. Yeah, Grenadier. Let's take this off, of course. Well, technically, isn't it transformed down? Because he's going to become smaller. So the first thing we do, let's turn him around here. And let's kind of get legs out of the way. These, the kibble gone. Open this, and then when you push on this, that's going to get these things freed up so that they can come out. Like so. And then now you can rotate all this around. We're going to have to tuck the head in as we go, and then this will put it in its place. Yeah, put that thing in its place there. I'm going to tuck these guys back up in here, and then this will tab it in place there. So it's tabbed in place on both sides. Got the flipperoo going on. This top piece extends like, I don't know, a ½ an inch or something like that. Okay. Now for the arms. Okay, so there's this little locking mechanism right here. So you need to pop it down without scratching paint, which is going to be hard. And I've messed my thumb up messing with this stuff. But you pop these locking mechanisms down. And then that frees this up to roll around. So then this is going to come back like so. And then you need to rotate it like so. And then you can put the locking mechanism back. And that's how that works. So rotate around to where you can see that the shoulder is going to move into here. Actually, let's move it all at once. And then now we're going to tab these. There's tabs and slots on both arms. There's an over and an under. Under, over, and then we're going to tab those together. Let's go ahead and make some fists. Tab this all together. Push that back in. There we go. And that part is all good. We're probably going to, I don't know. Now this is going to be the bottom of it. So before we really go much further, we're not going to put these legs in place until we're done with the actual legs. So you're going to effectively need to fold the legs like this, because they're all going to collapse in. And we're going to need to do a few things. Right now, let's see. With this, fold this out. Collapse the heel spur and the toe together. And then this is all going to fold all in on itself with some strength. It's a tough ratchet right here. Oh, no, it's not. It's just you have to have it at the right angle. Ooh, yeah, it's smooth. Got to have it at the right angle. Same thing over here. We're going to fold this piece up, sort of out of the way, collapse in the toe and the heel spur, and then fold all of this good stuff at the right angle. If you have it at the right angle. So this here doesn't want to clear. This rubs. So you have to push in on this for it to fold around. So that's that. Got to get this thing in its proper place. This one didn't. That one's in the right place. This one is not in the right place somehow. Let me redo that. Real simple. It's like one of those simple in design kind of things, but execution's a little challenging on it. All right. So fold these around. Now we're going to connect it all. And this is the point at which you'd probably want to put your gun in. So if you want to put your gun in, you just slide it in here. There are tabs inside of here that go into those notches. So let's see how. Like that. And I don't really want to put mine in there, but if you did want to, that's how you do it at this point and juncture. Yep. Anyway, that's how you do that. Now we're going to have to tab all of this together. We got some more over and under going on right there. And we go with that. Keep this in the fist. Now we're going to have to mess with the legs. So kind of fold the legs around. Got one leg. This comes around here, and this will tab into, let's get light on it, on that hole. So tab it in, tab it in. And then this folds around, and then this one here folds around like so. And we repeat the same process of legs over here. We're going to fold this leg out, and then this swing around. It'll have the rest of the legs on it. Tab that in. Make sure it extends to tab in. And there it is. And there it is. And there it is, there it is, there it is. It's all some good stuff. And there it is in its mode. And if you really wanted this sticking out of here or whatever, you had the option to do it. I don't want to mess my chrome up, and that's just me. So I've seen a lot of people mess up chrome. But there's the bug. It looks good. Let's take a look at it. Here he is in his bug mode, and he's looking awfully cool in his bug mode. It's good to the G1. It really does sort of match the G1 aesthetic. Really solid, really hefty, and you have a little bit of movement out of this. You could make it stand up on all that. Like in my mind, a bug would look more like this than laying on its stomach. Everyone has them laying on their stomach. This is more like what I would think it looks like. And now I feel silly because looking at this, because I never put any of my FansToys in bug mode. This is G1. These are G1 right here. Like a G1 look of knees and legs and whatever. That's cool. That's cool. I didn't realize why we had extras. I just thought, oh, the legs break. You know, so that's kind of cool that they include all that stuff with it. So let's look at the paint. This kind of carries through from bot mode, and I still feel like I don't have this just right somehow. Something's, see, it's not quite symmetrical there, but it really doesn't matter. I mean, the bugs, looks like a bug. The purple shines through, and I don't think I chipped too much of it, transforming it, thank goodness. We have purple over here, which you see in bot mode, but it's more prevalent in the bug mode, and nothing to see here, other than the gun that would normally be sticking out. Edit out that sneeze there. And then, I'm just going around, it is kind of plain. It is kind of simple, it's kind of plain, but it's a bug. Cue the G1, and it looks so G1 with the kind of the rounded rear, the purple that's in it, because this is the toy version, down to this thing here looking like that. And even the notch in the shoulder and how they did the transformation matches this notch in the shoulder for the G1, if you can see all of that. Really cool, really looks good. That's a pretty good looking bug mode. Alright, so here we have Forager and Grenadier side by side. I do think Grenadier would have been a cooler way to say it though. Anyway, side by side, that's what they look. You can make them lay flat if you want to, if that's what you want. But let's go ahead and do some comparisons with this guy and BADCUBE and MMC. Okay, here we go with the Bombshell, and this is MMC over here. This is BADCUBE and FansToys, and FansToys is bigger than the rest of them. And with this one, you see it much different. I never did transform BADCUBE before. I didn't realize you need to stick his gun in there or whatever, so I didn't ever do that. But here they are from the side. You can see FansToys is much bigger. Does kind of, they all look kind of the same. They all have a similar look. This one's a little bit longer than I was expecting. Well, I've done them before, but longer than the other ones. So there is a look at this. Now let's look at a group shot. All right, here's a group shot of all these bugs, and how does that look? It looks okay. It look good. FansToys, after handling all of these and transforming all of these, I do feel like FansToys is the most solid. Like when you get it from one state to the other, it feels like it's holding there pretty solid compared to some of the other ones. Some of the tabs slipped out a little bit easier than them, but they're all decent and they all look good in the bug mode, in my opinion. So this is my look at the FansToys FT-12T, and this is their Grenadier, their take on Bombshell. I think it's a pretty good figure. It's really solid overall, and they did do that upgrade to where you have a locking mechanism, and I think that maybe that's better than the first one where you did not have this locking mechanism like this guy. So that's pretty interesting too. I do think that it's the best of the options, but there's other great options out there, but I do think this is the best. Is it worth $100 more? That's up to you and your collection. But I do like this one, and I like them all, and I look forward to even getting more different options of this. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you have this one? Do you like this one? You want this one? You got this one coming up? Or you get the silver chest version? Like, subscribe. Titanium Hanger out.
The cowards have hidden from us. We wasted enough time on the Autobots. On to the oil refinery. Maybe we picked the wrong ally, Shrapnel. We Insecticons need no allies.
At least they didn't bring that sawed-off nerd Rumble along.